name's Sarah and you're watching Acid Burn Say It, and today I'm going to be talking about my May wrap-up. These are the books that I read in May and unfortunately because April killed me, I only got to read 4 books in May. So let's get to it. I actually enjoyed 3 of them. So the first book that I read in May was a non-fiction, and that is The Comfort Book by Matt Haig. Matt Haig, I have read How to Stop Time by him, and that is a fictional book, and I really thoroughly enjoyed that one. I read that one last summer. I also have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, which my mother read and is meant to be brilliant. I've heard great reports of it. However, I've not read it. It is on my 2023 TBR that I plan to read at some point this year. But this is a non-fiction book, and it is his thoughts of comfort, and I highly recommend it to anyone. I gave it a 5-star. It was very good, and something that I will need to reread at a later date. I borrowed it from the library, and I think I'm gonna have to get myself a proper copy because it was so quotable and brilliant. It is about he dealt with depression and suicidal thoughts, and I think it was at the age of 24. He didn't think he'd make it to 25. Now he is 45, I think, either 45 or 50. And he said at that age he didn't think he would make it to the next year. He had that much suicidal thoughts. And yeah, so he has been through depression, knows what depression is and everything. And so this was his thoughts, and it was very much sort of very positive, and just, yeah, it was a very enlightening read. So number 2. The second book that I read was Caraval by Stephanie Garber, and I really enjoyed it. This is a YA fantasy, and I really enjoyed it. It was very light. It is about a legend who has a competition on once a year, and it is Caraval, and who wins gets the prize at the end. And it is about 2 sisters that go off and participate in Caraval. And so yes, not everything is as it seems, and I really enjoyed this. I'm actually currently reading the sequel to it. So yes, I really enjoyed it. I can't remember if I gave it a 4-star, 4 stars or 5 stars, but I really enjoyed it. But I heard there was some complaint about it, that it felt too young, and I can understand why it felt too young, but I liked that. I was happy enough with that. I mean, there was no swearing, there was no spice, no sex, and I didn't really have to worry much about that, and I was happy with that. I was really, yeah, I had no issue with that. That was fine. Fine by me. Fine by me. Number 3, I had a hard time with. I think I gave it a 3-star, and that is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. And this is about a school. This is a completely different magic system to what I'm used to, and in it is about a school for magic users, and they go into this school because if they are outside of the school, they are walking targets for the monsters that will eat them and take their power from them. And so they are put into this school where they have to learn, and the school itself is like a living organism, and the school moves and rotates, and whenever you become a senior, you move down to the catacombs into where the monsters live, and you have to battle them to get out of the school. So this one centers around around someone who really doesn't have any friends or any alliances, and I didn't like this. Someone had actually described this as a world building book, which is just basically world building. So I plan to read the sequel this month in June, but I have yet to, and I don't think I will. But I did not like this book, and that's what someone said. Someone said it's because the first book's world building. So that could be why. That could be why, because I really wasn't getting the magic system. However, by the end, I did enjoy it a lot more than I had been. So, because our main character is very grumpy. Very, very grumpy. She is so grumpy. But yes, so I will be carrying on with that, and it's a different magic system to what I'm used to, and it sort of reminded me a little bit of Miss Peregrine's Home for Special Children. I can't remember the name, but I'll have it on here. But reminded me sort of that. Now, the fourth and last book that I read this month was meant to be on my Realmathon list, and I only had it on my Realmathon. List because Becca and Books recommended, and it is her favourite series, and it is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I put it on hold with the library, and I think I had to wait over a month, which actually isn't too bad considering I am on hold for the library for a few books and I'm nowhere near. So Red Rising is basically, I have heard some people describe it as the Hunger Games in space. It is about you are sick. Oh. Instead of being people, you are put into colours. You're color coded into what you are, and you're bred for that certain thing of the colour that you are. And in that, the Reds are workers, and they have been sent to Mars, and they work on Mars to make it habitable for humans. This is a YA dystopian, and yeah, it's brutal. It is really brutal. I can see why there is the Hunger Games comparative. It's compared to the Hunger Games. But yeah, it was very enjoyable. I will definitely be carrying on with this series because I enjoyed it, and it is on the list. But unfortunately at the moment I want to read some summer books because it's June. So yes. So yeah, that is what I will be reading. That is what I read in May, which was very, very short. So so yes, so as I said, only 4 books this month, but Red Rising was very long. It was very chunky, and yeah, I pushed myself a bit too much in April to get it finished, to get as many books finished as I could. So yes, yeah, so I leave that with you. So enjoy, and I hope that you can enjoy your summer. And so yeah, if you like this video, please like, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you. Bye.